You told him to tell you you're ready.
I said, okay, I'm ready. Are you ready?
I got that.
The next words I'm going to say are going to be it.
Totally straight
The
up.
Nerf Vulcan EBF-25 is the fastest firing Nerf gun on the market, but I know how to make it faster. I'll be demonstrating how I made the Nerf Strike Vulcan electronically belt-fed 25 fire faster than it does with just batteries straight out of the box. I'm going to go over the original setup of the Vulcan, how to solder, the modification, demonstration, and finally demonstration. First I'll start with the standard electrical setup of the Vulcan, and I'll draw that on the board. Right. Now, first of all, it has a battery pack of 60 batteries, which equals 9 volts DC.
Zoom up on that.
There's a pump, which regulates airflow, and the motor that feeds the belt through the gun, actually. And, yes. Then there are 2 switches that have to be engaged for the gun to fire. One's a lock switch and the other's a trigger. Yep. And that's the original setup anyway, the simplified version, because that's all I'm going to be messing with. And you're going to need to learn how to solder, so I guess I'm going to show that too, because that's valuable for this modification, I guess. Actually, 2 ways to solder. The right way and the way I do it.
What's that?
Well, the right way
Zoom
you're
up
supposed to
on
do
that?
it is actually for circuit boards, but I'm not really messing with that, so. All I do is I touch the entire metal part right here. It's hot, but only the tip gets hot enough to melt the solder. So all you have to do is just touch the solder to the sniper parts right here until you get enough melted on there for the task, which actually isn't that much. No. Once you have enough, you just touch it to the contact in the wire here, and once it's on there, you just let it off and let it cool, and when it's done, you should have a strong, solid contact on there. Okay. Now that you hopefully know how to solder, I'm going to show you the modifications I made. When I started off, I knew that I wanted it to go faster, so I knew that meant more voltage, but it had to be DC and it couldn't be too much because it would destroy the gun from the inside. So I set it on a converter plug, and like this, it converts AC to DC, so you can plug it in the wall, and it gives out about 12 volts of DC power. That's not very big by itself, but it fits into the whole plant. And, so what I did actually to the gun is I mounted a female jack on the front of it, positive and negative leads, and I wired the positive lead straight to the negative lead on the battery. And I put a mini switch right here on the side of it, wired the negative feed to there, and that straight to the positive feed. And that actually created a parallel circuit which increased the voltage as opposed to a series circuit, which would just ensure the life of the battery, which I didn't really need because it was plugged into the wall. And so before it was 9, but I had 12, so that's 21 volts now. All DC. So if Dylan would just stand up, I guess we can again a demonstration of it. Where do you want that? Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, who wants to shoot Dylan?
Benny,
I talked about this yesterday.
Haley, you guys were fighting the whole
Yeah,
class.
I want Haley. We've been going at it. We've been going at it all morning.
Oh, I missed it.
You have to
Did
do
you?
it. Then you have to do a podium.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh my god, that thing's huge.
Okay. Dylan is coming your way.
You're gonna throw it back.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
I'll try and get all this in one shot.
We'll go play with it later.
Alright. I'll hold the doors for you, but I'll here.
A round
It's
clip.
gonna hurt.
I'll see you hold right here.
Oh.
Well, I was like point blank. Hey, here, we'll go this way.
Flip it, yeah, go the other way.
How do I aim this? Oh my gosh, she's gonna hit.
Alright, now it's ready to go. It's ready to go. So
I don't want to hit a computer though.
they're darts. They're foam darts.
Oh my god,
I
you're
wanna
gonna
be-
miss.
She's aiming for my face.
Wow.
I hit you right in the nose.
That is great. That is great.
Here, I'll help you clean up.
Well, I'm not that much.
Oh.